What did you just say?
I know. I listen. You heard what I said? I said I shout out to my dad, Dick Ridley. That's what I said. I make a name for myself here.
What did he say about the mom?
I don't even know what he said about the mom.
Yeah, we can't.
Did he say something about the mom? Because everything else was just so damn.
Yeah, he said I shout out to my dad, Dick Ridley, and then he was like, "Wow, graphic," and then he followed up with like some other equally graphic, insane thing.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is like I kind of forgot how funny Channing Tatum was.
Channing Tatum. My name is Jeff. Like, you know, like Channing Tatum.
I forgot how funny he was. Oh man. Here's the thing. True story. So I was reading. So I'm catching up on some X-Men comics because I have not read the Krakoa storyline, like the fall of Krakoa.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Those. Yeah, I've seen the comics and I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna ever be able to catch up to this, right? So they have, of course, restarted X-Men. There's like X-Men from the Ashes. There's like the new X-Men comics, and then there's Uncanny X-Men, right? So I started reading Uncanny X-Men today, and every time that Gambit talked, I could not unhear Channing Tatum's voice.
Yeah, unhear Channing Tatum's stone miserable Creole accent. Just the absolute fucking worst. And you know what? That's why I loved it. Deadpool broke $1 billion.
Did it?
Yeah. It was 900 million at the beginning of the week.
That's wild to me, man.
Yeah, 3 weeks, dude. 3 weeks, 1 billion.
3 weeks, 1 billion. So it won't hit 2 billion, but how high do we think this is gonna get to? Like 1.3, 1.5?
Oh, good. Twisters.
1.2.
You know, Incredibles 3. Yeah. What's up, Bernsey? Yeah, we got some D3 shit to talk about. We all here. We drunk.
Oh yeah. We
I don't know if we drunk.
No, we're not.
We almost good.
We're
nice. Almost good. We're not. We're definitely nice. We're definitely nice.
We're definitely nice.
Right.
Oh shoot! Let me give a view to us on YouTube, on whatever, on Twitch.
On Kick.
What? Kick? I should go to Kick. That's where our
why would you make loyal, it
our most loyal
viewer.
That was. I mean,
dozen of people. I fucking love us.
Man.
All right. So we have the numbers in for up to Thursday. It's 924 million.
That's internationally, globally, right? Sorry,
yeah,
that's the right number. That's the right definition globally. Yeah.
And it was just Wednesday. Last 2 days was the first 2 days it made a single-digit $1 million a day.
Okay.
If we go to, obviously we have opening weekend and stuff. But it opened at 21 million domestic. International. Where's the here? All territories. So America 440 million paid for itself, and marketing everything paid for itself. This is 100. This movie is it's not profitable, but it's paid for with a generous profit, right?
What was the budget? I'm sorry.
The budget for this movie was 320 all in.
So including marketing?
Including marketing, global marketing, because Ryan Reynolds did the marketing.
Okay.
I've
been enjoying. I gotta say this, man. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds. He has been doing a lot of not thank you tweets, but recognition tweets.
And China made 45 million. The UK made 42 million.
Mm.
China doubled Australia's numbers.
I can barely see that. What you got on the screen? Can you share that link with me just so I can look at it myself?
This is just Box Office Mojo's site, but I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
I understand. However, I would still like for you to share the link with me.
Yeah, it's in chat.
All right, cool. I am lazy today. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's fair. And again, like very reasonable. Like, dude, Bulgaria 740,000. That's like a third of their gross domestic product.
No, that's big,
Lithuania opened for $147,000, and I don't know if you know this. Lithuania is not a real place. It's like Narnia. It's
Chronicles of Narnia. That's what I thought about when you said that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was talking about. At this point, this weekend, right? If this weekend doesn't push it over $1 billion, it doesn't fucking matter. This movie,
I think this movie's done what it's supposed to do at this point, in my opinion.
It done its job. Like, we don't have to talk about it anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, the next milestone is it gets another $80 million or $60 million. Great. Like, okay, you know.
I just want to see it hit $1 billion just for the sake of just to have that.
Saying a rated R movie hit $1 billion.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want. But like in terms of what this movie did so far, I mean, I think it's accomplished everything that it needed to accomplish.
All right, so just a little bit from D23, right? We got Toy Story 5, which all right. I'm not gonna not watch a Toy Story movie.
Yeah, but I also thought
just not
that they
gonna
gave a very good ending to 4. Now, personally, I'm of the belief and thought that they probably should have ended it at 3, but that's just me.
3 was a perfect ending, but like, fuck it. If they listen. Here's the thing about Toy Story: there is no lore. I do not care. Do whatever you want.
Like, that is correct. I mean,
Inside Out TV spinoff. Great. Super excited to see an Inside. Did anyone see Inside Out 2?
I haven't seen it yet. I said I wanted to bring my daughter to it, but I just never got around to actually making that decision and making it a real thing.
Another Avatar film that, again, I don't know who watches these movies because nobody I know does.
I'm not an Avatar fan.
I've heard people say I've seen it. I just don't believe them. Like,
I'm not an Avatar guy. I don't like the movies, and that's just not my thing. And I understand that it's gross a lot, but it's not my forte, man. I can't.
Inside
really
Out 2 made $1.5 billion worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Wow.
Was it good? I don't care. It's a Disney animated. It's Pixar. Fuck it. Who cares?
Wow.
Cool. Like, I didn't think it was as good as Inside Out 1, but I also don't think The Incredibles 2 was as good as the first Incredibles.
That's fair.
Actually, I don't believe there's a single Disney sequel that was as good as the original.
No,
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride sucked. Aladdin. Return to Jafar was okay. No, Return to Jafar was fine.
I didn't like
the third one was terrible. Return to Jafar was fine. But it was it wasn't as good.
What's it get like better? That's the conversation that we're having, right? Well, like was it better than the original? And
Toy Story 2 was better than Toy Story. Toy Story 2 was definitely better than Toy Story.
Yeah, I mean,
Monsters Inc.
Have you seen Toy Story? Toy Story, the first one was kind of rough.
Yeah, it was rough. You got a friend in me.
I mean, listen, that was a good jam, but the jam didn't really catch on until Toy Story. To be fair.
Can we understand that Dwayne Johnson is like, I don't know, like, I'm a pro wrestling fan. I don't give a shit about The Rock. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm not going to go watch a movie because Dwayne Johnson is in it.
Actually,
right?
honest to God, like, I'll watch a movie with John Cena in it because everything he's in, I fucking love.
Honestly, John Cena is low-key one of the funniest people I think I've ever seen.
He is way funnier than I like.
He genuinely makes me laugh with some of the silly crap that he does, and it's intentional, him doing it. I'm not making fun of John Cena, but with that,
he's funny as fuck.
He's funny, yeah.
So I grew up watching wrestling. My mom would always, to this day, she will still tell me, like, when I was pregnant with you, I used to watch pro wrestling, and she would say that on Sunday nights when I would have pay-per-view parties at our house in high school. And like 8 of my friends would show up to watch pay-per-views. She'd be like, I did this. This is my fault. Because I watched pro wrestling when I was pregnant with you. I was like, yes, that is what happened. That is exactly what happened. It is your fault. So I've watched some dirty, grimy garbage wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm not a John Cena pro wrestling fan because John Cena is not a pro wrestler. Never has been. He's strong as fuck. He's athletic as fuck, but he's not a pro wrestler. He's a sanitized, good for the kids, and you know, it's in that mindset of like if women and children like them, you can be certain. Pro wrestling women and children, not women and children in general. Fair. If women and children
for the clarity
like that person, then it generally means they're dog shit.
Yeah.
Because they're no longer a professional wrestler. They are now a brand that they have to like, oh, okay. Which is why, like, as wrestlers got bigger in time, they stopped doing cool things. And it was always like, we called it the 5 moves of doom in wrestling. Everyone had like this. My matches are, you're going to see this, and this is the finish. And it was the 5 moves of doom, and it was because it was safe. They couldn't get hurt. They could do their press tours. They could do their speeches. People would like them. So John Cena, I hated him as a wrestler because they were like, we're going to make him the face of the company. So he would go on these tours and do Make-A-Wish shit, and everyone will fucking love him. And I'm no, that's cool. And I like all of those things. But, like, also I like watching pro fucking wrestling, and he's dog shit. So, like, don't put the belt on him. Don't make me watch an entire pay-per-view for the main event to be John Cena for 13 minutes doing the same 5 fucking moves. Like, I want to watch different stuff.
Yeah, I get you.
Wrestling is different now, but... So I never liked him when he was a wrestler. I just was like, all right, yeah, he's cool. The second he started doing movies... And they were like, let's just make John Cena fucking funny. I'm like, oh, he's great. He's so fucking funny.
He's really good. He's really good, Mom. He is.
The Rock, like, I don't even see The Rock anymore. I just see, like, mid-actor in an action movie, like, from the 80s. Like, he's like an 80s action movie star. Yeah. Except the 80s action movies didn't have CGI, so there had to be some degree of story in them. Yeah. Like, they tried a little bit harder. Rocky, and like, think of like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Like, Predator was a story. It was a dumb story, but it was a great fucking story. You know what I mean? Like, it was fun. And then you could do like other Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, like Kindergarten Cop, where it was like, let's just put him in a fucking movie. It'll be funny to watch this guy go, like, you know, like,
exactly, yeah.
So, like, I get it, but every time I see Dwayne Johnson in something, I'm like, this is gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Moana was phenomenal.
He wasn't bad in Moana. He was pretty. I enjoyed. He
wasn't in Moana. He was a voice actor.
He was a voice actor. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, like his voice is great.
I'm trying to think, like, what movies Dwayne Johnson? Let me look.
The only movie Dwayne Johnson has been in that has been like even kind of okay, as far as like a movie, not counting like Fast and the Furious, which are not movies, they're family. Like,
yeah. Their family. Good
the
call,
first Jumanji movie was fucking great.
That was good. Yeah,
that was great.
Good.
Like everybody was great. And he was great. But then he did like the same 3 movies over and over again. He did like Rampage. Yeah. And then he like it's Dwayne Johnson is either in a city, a desert, or a jungle. And
I mean, I'll tell you about the movies that I enjoyed Dwayne Johnson in, right? So I liked him in Central Intelligence. I liked him in Baywatch. Baywatch was okay.
I forgot he was in Baywatch, and the reason why is because Alexandra Daddario is in Baywatch.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair.
And Zac Efron, and between the two of them, I saw nobody else.
Yeah, that's fair. That's entirely fair.
Did you see Zac Efron's 6-pack, 8-pack in that movie? I was like, "Fuck you, dude."
Do you see his 6-pack, 8-pack now? He was in another movie recently. I was just like, "What? Like, what is? What?"
And then he did a thing where he was like, "I'm gonna go hiking in the Arctic," and I was like, "All right, Zac Efron, you do whatever you fucking want, buddy." Please be gay. Please be gay.
Zac Efron. Oh man, I did enjoy him in the other guys. To be fair, I mean, although he was only in there for like 5 minutes.
They served their purpose, but that was the thing. Like I like him as a bit part. He's not an action star. We don't have action stars anymore. They're gone.
Tom Cruise.
He's the last. I've even said he's the last movie star. He's the last person.
Well, action star though. Yeah, I think he's probably the last one. Yeah.
He's the last person whom you could say Tom Cruise is in this movie and it will elevate the overall quality of the movie. I don't think there's anybody else like that anymore. I like
fair.
Men, women. There are plenty of women that if you say like so and so is in this movie, like Anne Hathaway. If it's like Anne Hathaway's in this movie, I'm like, oh, it must be a good movie. Anne Hathaway's doing it.
Yeah,
because Anne Hathaway's a phenomenal actress. There's a lot of like not action movies particularly, but like there aren't many movie stars anymore. There was like Sylvester Stallone, right? If Sylvester Stallone was in a movie, you fucking saw it.
Yeah,
from like 84 to 96.
Denzel. You know, it's another one throw in there. Yep.
Denzel's another person, but then like I saw The Equalizer 3 and I was like, oh, Denzel's done. All right.
Denzel's old now.
Not for action, for drama.
To a certain extent, like there were some names that have been in there, like Idris Elba. You've had I forget his name. The guy who did 007, the 007 movies, Craig.
Daniel Craig.
His last name, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
There's been some
but
guys
they're not
that,
movie stars. Like if you said Daniel Craig's in a movie right now, I wouldn't go see that movie because Daniel Craig is in it.
You're right, because I would definitely check like what movie he's in. Like if you tell me, oh yeah, he's in Knives Out, I'm like, okay, I'll go watch that movie because like it's Knives Out and Danny Craig is in it, not necessarily because
but it was also
Danny Craig is in it, right?
But also like Knives Out was a super ensemble cast of a lot of fucking people. Like Ana de Armas was in it.
Yep.
Christopher Evans was in it.
Chris Evans, yep.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in it.
Jamie Lee Curtis, yep.
I forgot the guy who played. Oh, I forgot the other guy. A bunch of people were in it, basically.
But Dave Bautista, yeah. There's a lot of people that were in it. You're just like, okay, well, we'll give it.
So like you can, when you have an ensemble, when you have a good ensemble cast, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Janelle Monáe. Is that her name? Oh,
who?
Oh, what's is that her last name? Janelle Monáe? Is that her name? Oh my
From
God.
What?
A singer.
This is
Janelle Monáe. She
was in Glass Onion. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She
was also in,
yeah. She was. You're damn right. She was in Glass Onion.
Yeah. But again, there's no actor right now, like not even Samuel L. Jackson. Like, if the only actor for me is Nicolas Cage. If you're like, yo, there's a Nicolas Cage movie, I'm like, oh, I gotta see this. Because it's either gonna be absolutely terrible or the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And there's no middle ground. It doesn't know how to be anything but either one of those two. So, like, I don't know. I like the age of actors, like if Chris Hemsworth's in a movie, I'm not like, oh, I should give that a shot. Unless it's on Netflix, then I'll be like, fuck it. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to the theater. There's no draw power anymore for an actor. It has to be.
I'm trying to think if there is a actor where I'm like, oh, he's in this movie, I have to go see. To be honest with you, Denzel is still up there. If I see Tom Cruise, I'm still like, I'm gonna look into it. You know, like those two guys, I'm like, I'm going to look into it, but that's just because of their previous prowess, right?
Yeah,
not necessarily because of anything else that they're specifically done right now. And so to be fair, you're right. There are
franchises.
There's franchises, but there's not specifically any actor where you say, I got to go watch that movie.
Like, if you found out right now Jason Statham's in a new movie, would you go see it? No, because that movie was The Meg and nobody fucking saw it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, of course not.
I mean, Bookkeeper was good. It was a fun movie. It was a fun
Scarlett Johansson was one where, like, whenever Scarlett Johansson was in a movie, people were like, oh, I'm going to fucking see a Scarlett Johansson movie. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just, like, there aren't
like
many.
Said, Anne Hathaway is another one that you mentioned now. She's pretty good. No, I don't even like female, actresses. I'm not sure that there's anyone that I'm like, oh, okay.
It used to be that this is something Hollywood doesn't understand yet, and they're never going to, because Hollywood is a bubble of idiots that don't get it. Like, it used to be, oh, this person won an Academy Award. We're going to get them in our movie. People are going to watch our fucking movie.
Leonardo. Sorry, go ahead.
Leo's close. Yeah. But I don't know if I don't know that if I hear that Leonardo DiCaprio's in a movie, I would go see the movie. I think I would still want to know more about the movie. But when we were growing up, that wasn't true.
Yeah.
We would be like, yo, so-and-so movie. We're going to see. We wouldn't even call it the name of the movie. We'd be like, yo, new Leonardo DiCaprio's in X. Denzel, this new Denzel movie. New Edward Norton movie just dropped.
Yeah.
Like when we were growing up.
This new Tom Hanks movie. Like there were actors.
New Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, yeah. There were.
These movies get
had a big pull for a long time, too. Yeah.
I love Idris Elba, too. But, like, the time was an actor was big enough that you would know the movie would be good because that actor signed on to it.
Yeah.
Now, and the title of this fucking video is Borderlands was an embarrassment. Because the Borderlands movie, Kevin Hart was in it. Kate Blanchett was in it.
Yeah.
Two other Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. Fucking Jack Black was the voice in it. Okay. And that movie, I watched it today.
Yeah.
That movie was for nobody. That movie wasn't for, like, everybody. Nobody cared. Not a single person gave a shit. The only person who gave a shit was Jack Black, and it wasn't even good. He just tried. Kate Blanchett didn't care. Fucking, like, nobody, everyone phoned it in. The CGI, where present, was terrible.
Was Kevin Hart at least funny?
He was Kevin Hart. Is he ever funny?
He's funny, but he does go over the top at times.
Is Kevin Hart as funny as Kevin Hart thinks he is?
Oh, definitely not. Kevin Hart is funny when...
Kevin Hart is date night funny.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's funny in a way where you will take your date to see him or see him in a movie and know that there will be some chuckles. Like, he's not funny.
There's some movies where I thought he was really funny. Like Jumanji was one of them where I'm like, yo, he was really funny in this movie. Like you said, Date Night was some. There were some aspects of that movie. Unfortunately, he was really funny in some of these other like movies. Well, I forgot oh my gosh, Soul Plane. He was good. He was good in.
I've seen Soul Plane. He was good in Soul. Soul Plane was also an ensemble. Everybody was funny in Soul Plane.
Is it Paper Something Boys? I forgot what it was. Like he was Like I'm going way back now, way back with movies. And it's funny because you think about it, you're just like, after time, they start to. By the way, that movie, The Upside, he was phenomenal in that movie. That movie was good. That was
a
really
good movie. Yeah.
It was a really good movie.
Get Hard was not good. Night School was awful.
I never watched Die Hard, so I
didn't watch Die Hard either.
I thought that was really stupid. The man from Toronto, that was actually a pretty good movie. Yeah, Soul Plane. So, and some of his stand-ups have, in my opinion, not been good. I've seen him live.
Nobody is as funny as Cat Williams.
Cat Williams has Cat Williams started off this year with a bang on that Shannon Sharp show too. So
Cat Williams, if that whatever that man says, not only do I believe, I will say is true. Yeah. Like it becomes true because he said it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like if he said whatever he says, I'm like, not only do I believe that, like inherently,
it's now fact. Yeah.
It even if it wasn't true before he said it, it became true retroactively. It became true.
Yeah.
Because that man is the dude who's like, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I'm just gonna dish.
Yeah.
And think like.
Yeah, no, I mean he doesn't have anything to dish. I mean, because the thing about it is, like, Cat Williams decided not to play by Hollywood rules a long time ago. Because of that, he's been on the outskirts of Hollywood, right? So
still making money,
still making his money, you know.
But also,
he has to tour for it, but he's still making money.
But like the only one who succeeded by playing by Hollywood's rules is like Kevin Hart. Like Cedric the Entertainer didn't succeed.
Mm-hmm.
He found some success, but like I just mentioned him and people were like, oh yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? Like it ain't the same.
Yeah.
And again, funny guys, but like
Steve Harvey found his little corner and his way to get in.
Yeah, he's the safe for white audiences black guy.
Yeah.
That's what Steve Harvey's gimmick is right now. Like
Yep.
That's what he did. He owned it. He's in on it. He gets it, and it's paying the bills. And like,
he's
Family Feud.
He sticks directly to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey.
Does he still have a show? I'm not sure. I haven't seen any clips from a show or anything like that. Does he still have a show?
You know why?
Why?
You're not a middle-aged white woman staying at home. Like that's why you haven't seen any Steve Harvey shit. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like,
I mean, my entire feed now is filled with MCU drama, DC drama, superhero lore, and every now and again thirst traps. That's what my feed is filled with. Because the thirst traps always get pushed
thirst
through
traps, cooking videos, and
it doesn't even matter how many times I'm not even on YouTube, I'm not interested in this video. I would think that YouTube would understand I'm not interested in this type of content. I'm not.
Let's find out. YouTube. Hold on. What does YouTube think I want to watch right now?
Listen, you've seen glimpses of my wife. I have zero desire to see anything on YouTube that I cannot just go get myself at home.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, so this chick I just started following.
What is she talking about?
I don't know. And I'll explain to you why I don't know in a second.
Okay. All right.
Haven't heard a goddamn word she said.
Okay.
Wait for it. No idea.
Am I the only one that's curious?
I don't know what color her
about?
hair is. I don't know anything about this woman, but I was like, you get a sub.
To what she's talking about. I need to know.
I believe she does like skits about like whatever who gives a shit bullshit.
Okay.
Pro wrestling video. I don't know who Autumn Lilypad is.
Is this Magic
but because
the
I've watched one Magic the Gathering video, here it is, some random. I should give it a shot. I should really give it a shot. Not interested. Sorry about it. Hassan reacts because I'm more like Hassan Abi than anything else because I am definitively not a liberal, not a Democrat, nor a Republican. I am liberal leaning.
Are you a libertarian? What's that other one?
Libertarian.
Yeah.
No. The thing is, like, I don't like the parties, but like I am liberal leaning.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I'm like libertarian leaning in my beliefs. I'm like, hey, but like, I like for every time I could be like, oh, I don't like what this side does. There's also shit that the other side does that I'm like, oh, I don't like that either. You guys suck. So like, it's the same like, I don't like the Republican Party because the Republican Party are really old fucking idiots or really young idiots. And I don't like the Democrat Party because every single person that speaks in the Democrat Party, like little mousy fucking cunts. And I'm like, I don't shut
I hate
up.
politics, man. I hate
like I'm like just like none of you
man.
There's a couple that like on both sides that are like they try to be like, this is what I'm for and this is what I'm about. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then eventually you just get some like 90-year-old guy like, avocado toast. Like just saying some. I mean, dude, shut the fuck up.
Avocado toast sounds pretty good right now. From Bangladesh. I'll be your
good.
mommy. Interesting. Okay.
And then that's Dragon Ball Z. This is Stanzi Potenza. She's another one I follow. She does skits. She had a breast reduction surgery. That's two things I know about her.
It's to know that you're keeping
let's see what we got.
Tabs on things.
Magic the Gathering, Screen Junkies because they're talking about random shit. Emergency Awesome Videos, as always. Honest Trailers, yeah, every time. Some more pro wrestling shit. Lately, I've been watching dude. Have you been paying any degree of attention about the Olympics?
I have been, but they just feed me track and field stuff. So
okay. So remember like 2 weeks ago when I was like, "Yo, fuck the Olympics."
Yeah.
I haven't changed my mind on that opinion. Like, yo, seriously, fuck the Olympics. Except three things. One, the guy who got silver medal in shooting just showed up.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. That dude, just like a Turkish hitman, just showed up and like he just handed his pocket, just like, bah, bah, fucking silver fucking medal. Everybody else had like anime level gear.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, they looked like anime main characters. And this guy was just like, I'm going to shoot this target. Silver fucking medal.
Glasses on.
Okay. Step down. The Paraguayan swimmer got kicked out of the Olympic Village for being too fucking hot.
What?
Hold on.
What?
I'm going to type Paraguay swimmer. Paraguayan swimmer was allegedly booted from Paris Olympics for inappropriate behavior.
The inappropriate behavior was because she was too high?
Too hot.
Too hot?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I put a picture of her up.
Is that her being too high? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. That's just, she said she made everybody uncomfortable as she walked around the village.
She probably
Which is where around. You fuck. Yeah, like
she walked around.
Yeah, and guess what? She is too hot.
She walked around the village. Walked around the village.
All right, but that's not even it. All right, you ready?
Tell me.
You ready? Pole vault Olympics bulge. This is the one that got me.
This one I did see. This one I saw.
This dude. Come on, these are not the pictures we want. This dude, this hero.
Oh my god. I feel bad for him, man. I do.
This absolute fucking legend. Anthony Amirati.
Oh. It's not his fault.
He got disqualified. It's not disqualified, but like his run didn't count because as he went over the bar, his massive fucking cock took the bar down.
I understand, my guy. I understand.
And I'm like, yo, on one side, it sucks that you came so far.
Yeah.
On the other side, if you gotta lose. If you gotta lose.
Oh, that one was big, pun intended, on the Twitter, from the Twitter feed. I saw that one pretty loudly. And then the other feed that I've just been getting is this fact that Jason Tatum is being DNP'd on multiple, but Boston fan. So I just keep on getting those damn tweets. That's been basically the whole thing.
This Olympics is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, bro.
Someone got kicked out of the Olympic Village for being too hot. Someone's dick disqualified them from pole vaulting, and a random Turkish guy came in second.
Like, there is some woman that won silver in some 100-meter meet or something like that, and I was just like, who is she? Who is she? I don't know what her name is. I'm looking up on Twitter right now. I don't know what her name is.
I'm scrolling through the things I'm not subscribed to. Josh Johnson, I showed some people recently because Josh Johnson's a fucking great stand-up comedian. I don't know what the damage report is.
Yeah, Josh Johnson's pretty good, man. I'm surprised that he hasn't really gotten like signed or something. I mean, he talks about current events, and that's the part that talks about current events. Is a really good job, in my opinion.
Hey, it's Keeping It Comic video that I've watched multiple times.
Hey, Venom War.
I know that guy. Random picture of Shaq. Cool.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, like, it's just, for the most part.
Look at that Screen Crush. You're getting Screen Crush impressions. Good for you.
I get Screen Crush impressions? Where the fuck was Screen Crush? Oh, here? Hold on. Let's see. What does Screen Crush put out? I don't care about any of this. Deadpool and Wolverine trailer breakdown from 5 months ago.
House of Dragon. How is that show, by the way?
I don't care. Venom War? Well, Goofy has a video on it, Jay. You should watch it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Venom War. Oh, Jay's watched it. Listen, Jay's watched it. Well, go watch it again.
Deadpool and Wolverine Multiverse Explained. I don't know, man. I could watch some Screen Crush.
I'm starting to realize now that like there's some things where I'm like, I get why other people watch it and why they get hundreds of thousands of views on it. But I'm also just like, it's just not really interesting to me. But hey, do you? I mean, if that's what you desire to watch, but I don't really think that's really that like Multiverse Explained for Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't really feel like that's a complex. I feel like that's something that could be discussed in 2 minutes.
1.6 million viewers, 145,000 views. So 10% of their subscribers watch this video.
Subscriber numbers are so fake now these days. It doesn't even matter. YouTube doesn't prioritize subscriber numbers anymore, right? I mean, they send it like your videos get posted and they send it out to a portion of your subscribers. It's not even all of your subscribers that get your video notification. So I don't even care about that. Subscriber numbers mean nothing anymore on YouTube.
Well, you're right to a degree, but at the same time, if I go to somebody who's got like 10 million views, they're gonna have 1 million views on their, like 10% is
it does help to like get that initial kick, you know what I mean? But
it only helps for the advertisers. That's it. Like, you got the trick to YouTube, spoilers for everybody, who doesn't know or doesn't want to. The trick to YouTube is to stop making money on YouTube and start making money on like sponsors.
Sponsors, yeah.
Yeah, like when you get those sponsor deals, you go from half a penny per view to like, or per ad. Sorry, to like a nickel per view.
Mm-hmm.
And that, you know, like that means like if you get one video that has 1 million views, that video is worth 100,000 over time. Yeah. Like it's 50,000, obviously, but like you know, like
even with Marvel Strike Force, when we were covering it, I mean, there were sponsors that I would get every now and again, and I'm like, this one sponsor paid me more.
It was the vitamin place.
Than like 5-6 videos would have done. You know what I mean? So it's just,
what was the vitamin one? Was pretty good. It was a vitamin sponsor. I don't remember who that was. They were pretty good.
It's yeah, for me, it's usually games or Amazon Coins was good. Like I had a pretty decent deal with them for that one.
Coins was whatever.
Also, yeah, it was
Coins,
good though.
Coins was like,
it was like a nice little lump sum. Yeah, it was. That's all it was.
Yeah, Coins was like, I think Coins gave me like 600 and then something else after.
Yeah,
it was like 600 was a flat, and then there was like based on something. I don't remember what it was.
I remember I did a sponsorship deal once with like one gaming company or something like that or one company for one game, and I remember that paid me more than what I usually get on a monthly basis on YouTube, and I was like, oh.
I still stand by the best sponsor I ever had was Dragon Champions.
Dragon Champions. You guys have told me about that one. Yeah,
that was my favorite sponsor, man. They paid me so much fucking money. Like
Valley told me, yeah.
It was the craziest thing. Dude, they paid me for like 3 months after I stopped making videos for their content, and they're like, "Hey, are you gonna make any more videos?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Then I made another video about why I'm not making videos, and it's like there's really nothing happening. Anyway, buy stuff. Like, and it's still like. But the deal was crazy, like, dude. Like, I did an energy drink sponsor once.
Yeah,
and that sponsorship was like double my YouTube monthly.
Yeah.
So like that was a good month. Like that was a really good month.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good.
But yeah, sponsorships, like YouTube videos are great. All that matters is subscribe. That's why you see all the people go like, push the bell, smash that like button, you know, like,
yeah,
because those are the metrics that you can go to like
a sponsor.
I want Takis.
Yep.
I used to want Bang Energy to sponsor me. I was fighting for those guys. I don't know if anyone remembers. I was fighting for Bang Energy, and they're like, "Do you want to be a Bang influencer?" And they're like, "Tell us about your workout routine." And I was like, "You don't understand who your fucking audience is, Bang. Your audience are not hot people drinking slightly tasty energy drinks. Your audience are fat fucks playing video games."
Yeah.
You have failed to recognize. You are marketing ice to an Eskimo. Sorry, an Inuit. Like you are incorrect. I watch Google Foods, Jay. Now that I think about it.
I only know one of those people that you mentioned in that entire lot. So
I used to watch Arnold's video. Actually, I'm gonna give Arnold a shout out for everybody, even if you don't play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, because that dude, right?
Yeah,
he has 3 types of videos. He has video A, which is informative. He has video 2, which is wild, insane bullshit. Yeah. And he has video 3, which is fun. And I never watched the informative videos. He was doing... No, I could care less about what he wants me to do in the game. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm not spending any money in this game. I don't care.
Yeah.
I watched the video where he was like, who's going to be the Ahsoka Tano unlock? Because she's a new special Dark Dimension functional character for MSN players. And I was like, wow, not only do I not give a shit, I will never have this. Like, this is... Like, I cannot care. But he had like a tinfoil hat on and a Yoda mask, and he was like wilding out. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking having a blast, man.
I like
Like,
it.
this guy's
I like
great.
it.
Like, but again, the YouTube video, you talk about, we don't have that. We Marvel Strike Force never had that.
Yeah.
Never will have that. Because there's nobody fun there was never anybody fun playing Marvel Strike Force. Like, it was never
Valley.
fun.
Valley was killing it for a while.
Zero production quality on Valley videos.
No production quality, no. But like energy and enthusiasm, it was there.
It's not fun. High energy is not the same as having fun.
No, he had some fun in his videos, and then
I had some fun filming videos with Valley. I had some fun hanging out with Valley. But like, the game just was devoid of fun for so long.
The game, it was overall, it's the product of the game. It's not really more so the people. It's the product of the game that you're just like, damn it. Can't really bring that back. All right, enough about that. What else is going on?
Got nothing to talk about
in D23. I need, as a matter of fact, I'll be right back. I have to make a stop. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh. Alex Perez is that guy who answers the community from inside Marvel. He is a spokesperson for Marvel, if I remember correctly. So, other than Fan 4, Cap 4, and Thunderbolts, what other projects will lead into Avengers movies? The Marvels, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man 4 could be considered important. Spider-Man 4, okay. So, Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, and the Marvels pseudo setup stuff, even though whatever. Originally, Quantum Mania would have been an important one, not so sure now. TV-wise, Loki and What If are definitely up there. What are the comics you recommend to read before Avengers Doomsday? And Secret Wars always be on top of the list. Time Run Out could also be a very important. Time Run Out was a very good run. There's one comic run I didn't actually mention before, but I'm hearing important for these films titled Ultimate End. Oh shit, Ultimate End, really cool. I would recommend more storylines to read, but the problem this time, especially with directors of the Russos, really isn't a comic or story that could properly anticipate what's coming, because they really just built their own story using the thematics from the comics. Pretty fair. The near exception would be Captain America Civil War, and even then the story differed a lot from the comic run. Yeah, it was very different. Any chance we see James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender? I really wouldn't know this early in the game whether or not those actors would come back. We have an answer for who the new Avengers team are before Doomsday. There's a strong chance you might via cast announcements or in trailers, but if you're looking for the answer in one of the upcoming projects, you're not going to find it. The most likely scenario I'm predicting for Avengers Doomsday is that we'll mirror Avengers Infinity War, in the sense that the Avengers were also disbanded at that point in time and tried their best to come together and face the imminent threat, but ultimately failed. I really am afraid when we're talking about Doomsday that it's just going to be Infinity War and Endgame over again. It's just going to be like the Avengers Doomsday is just going to be Infinity War. They're going to lose, the bad guy wins, and then meh. And then, you know, I feel like what happens between Doomsday and Secret War has to also be relevant, and at this point we don't fucking know shit about what's coming out. So hey Alex, since Feige said not every new character was introduced from Phase 4 would return Doomsday, what new characters we expect to show up? Hi, it's still kind of early to handle that type of question since there are over 100 characters now in the MCU. Easier for me to say. Yeah, but like they're not asking if fucking like they're asking if the characters from Phase 4, the relevant characters from Phase 4, are gonna show up. They're not asking like, hey, do you think that like Cassie Lang is gonna show up? Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Nobody. Like, nobody cares. Like, they want to know, like, if they had a movie, are they gonna be in it? Like, no one cares if Echo shows up in Infinity War. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like if Echo does show up in Infinity War, cool. Nobody still cares. Right. But if Agatha shows up, that's interesting because we haven't seen her in a movie. I'd say it's very like the characters isolated, like Moon Knight, Scarlet Scarab, Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, Eternals. Dane Whitman would most likely not appear in Tuesday. Then what the fuck was the purpose of Eternals? The purpose of Eternals was to get adamantium? Go fuck yourself. I'd say characters who could show up are Kamala Khan, Monica, Shang-Chi, She-Hulk. I don't think She-Hulk's going to show up. I've heard some shit about that. I heard.
I thought they like scrapped that. Didn't they retcon that completely?
I heard that She-Hulk had scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine, and then Ryan Reynolds had them removed. And because he didn't like them, because they didn't work with what he wanted to do. And Marvel's like, well, actually, we're really going with something. And from what I've heard, Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and I forgot who the other person was involved in that, were like constantly talking to anyone at Marvel that had an idea, and they're like, go fuck yourself. From what I've heard, Ryan Reynolds said, go fuck yourself to every request that was made. Oh, we'd like to... No, we're not doing that. But we filmed it already. Cool, we just don't think it works, so we're not doing it. That's what I heard. Okay. Is that true? Who knows? But it made $1 billion, so whoever's out there thinking like, you know what this movie could use? Garbage characters. That person has to be fucking fired. Hollywood's the only industry in the world where Zack Snyder gets to make more movies.
Listen, wow, what a shot.
Think about how much bad shit you've seen over the last 3 years, not just Marvel, just in general, bad TV shows, bad movies, bad whatever. And then realize that like those people are just going to get more jobs.
True. Like
it's the only industry where you cannot fail. The only way you could fail is if you tweet something. Like
10 years
the only
ago,
failure. Huh?
10 years ago, by the way. This is just
yeah. The only way you could fail in Hollywood. Actually, I don't even know, because like Snow White has been getting shit on from so many different angles. And like there were some people that were like, yo, the Little Mermaid's black. And I was like, all right, she's also a mermaid. Like, cool. Yeah, but she's not supposed to be black. Oh, okay. She's also not supposed to be able to breathe underwater. Like, when are we drawing the line here? The original writers, like, yeah, they wrote a character based on where they were. Hans Christian Andersen. I don't know if he was one of the ones who wrote that one, but like, who cares? None of it matters. Yeah. They're actors. Let them do whatever they want.
Right.
Guess what? One of the actors on Modern Family who plays the gay couple isn't gay. Still did a great job. Yeah. Still was great. It was Cam. Cam wasn't gay. The actor who plays Cam isn't gay. Doesn't matter. It was great. I believed he was gay. I was like, all right, yeah, sure. Who cares? Like that was something that was like, yeah, that doesn't matter. It's not the same as when like you're like, it's kind of weird to cast a tan woman to play Snow White. But kind of weird. But just a little off. Like if
no comment.
If T'Challa, I'm commenting. If T'Challa was Michael Cera, you know, like we'd be like,
fair.
Actually, I'm not even going that far. If T'Challa was Jackie Chan, he could do it.
Oh my god.
But I'd be like, I feel like we're missing a very important part of this.
Wow.
And again, that's just because the character. even then, I don't really give a shit because like who cares, right? If the idea that was bad that I heard, because I just heard she was going off like talking about how the original Snow White was shitty. I've seen nothing on it, but I heard she was like, yeah, the original Snow White was fucking creepy and weird, and I'm like, Neil Patrick Harris plays straight guys better than most straight guys.
Oh my gosh, yo, he does.
Yeah.
Listen, Neil Patrick Harris.
To this day, I've like talked to people who've only known Neil Patrick Harris from like How I Met Your Mother, and they're like, he's not gay. I'm like, he is so fucking gay. He is the gayest.
Yeah.
He's been gay. He's the first gay. Patient zero.
This is the beginning of time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, crazy. Is there a high chance Kate Bishop will appear in Doomsday? Yeah, great. I love Kate Bishop. Hi, Alex. How are you? I've been better, but I've also been worse. Shut up, Alex.
Oh, God.
How do you imagine Secret Wars? Could it be a send-off to previous Marvel films? Secret Wars will probably be to Marvel what Deadpool and Wolverine was to 20th Century Fox, a proper love letter to the legacy of Marvel and everything that's come before it.
So, yes.
That's true. The only thing that they don't have control over anymore is Spider-Man. They have everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little bit of an issue with the Hulk, I think, but
he was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Was he?
Mark Ruffalo,
because Universal has the rights to the Hulk, but I don't know if they still do or just it expired because Universal ain't making fucking movies.
Yeah, I thought that was done, but could be wrong.
Is that image from Ryan Reynolds our first look at Doomsday and or Secret Wars? What image? The one of Deadpool crying in Thor's arms? I think it was a gag reusing Thor footage, but now I think they might really have to answer that question. Like, yeah, kind of do. Do you have any idea what changes the Russo-McFeely are going to add to their version of Doomsday Secret War? I'd be lying to you if I said I knew at any time anything they were going to do, which is fair.
So.
I think Doomsday ends with the final incursion taking place. Oh, what I said while you were gone.
Okay.
This interview, by the way, is with Alex, the guy inside Marvel that talks to. We've seen these before. We've done these on this channel.
Yeah. I recognize the name.
Yeah. I think Doomsday ends with the final incursion taking place. What I'd said was between Doomsday and I'm afraid that Doomsday and Secret War is just going to be an Infinity War and Endgame again. And I'm like, the premise is fine. If it's similar, it's fine. If it's like they lose in Doomsday, they win in Secret War. Like, the difference is what happens in between has to matter.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot. Yeah. So, like, it can't be like, oh, Doomsday happens. Here's a prequel. Here's a pre-story. Here's a completely unrelated story. Here's Blade.
Oh,
we're never gonna see Blade. We're never gonna see that.
It's never happening, bro.
It can't. It's impossible.
Listen, Blade. I mean, Wesley Snipes did say there's only one Blade.
A lot of rumors and theories on saying the Void will be the MCU battle world. Is that true? Yes. You don't have to, like, it doesn't even matter what he says. Of course it is. They've set up a space outside of time that exists, and they even said, like, when there is no more timeline, this place will exist. Like, clearly, it's where Battle World will be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, clearly. Or some derivation of that. Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, 2005 Fantastic Four, Ben Affleck, Thomas Jane, Channing Tatum. Which of these do you want to see in Secret Wars? I personally love to see Ian Groffand as Reed Richards. His take on Reed was the earliest memories of comic book movies, so having him back. For what it's worth, if you haven't seen Rise of Silver Surfer, it is not terrible. It is just bad.
Yeah.
But the characters in it are generally okay.
They're just
the first one was rough.
There's just nuances of the story that you're just like, oh, that would never happen, never. But okay. Oh, they took Silver Surfer off his board? Not that it's impossible.
Doom took Silver Surfer off of his board and then stole it? Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
There are many reasons why I want him back for Secret Wars, but the main reason is because they sort of set him up in Deadpool and Wolverine. He's name dropped by Johnny, talking about the Void as a metaphysical junkyard. Mm-hmm. So we know he was with Johnny when they arrived at the Void. No, we don't know that. We know that he talked about the Void. And then
I was gonna say like that. Those two things are not like the same. But okay.
But this guy does know, so
yeah.
Chances are the rest of the 2005 Fantastic Four were there too, but this also sets up a lot of questions. Why wasn't he pronounced among dead for the Rebellion in the Void? Did Johnny go solo with the Rebellion and the rest just hiding? Where is Sue? Where is Ben? Whatever. Also, if Reed was in the Void, he'd make a Void paralyzing agent. He's a crazy man. I know there have been talks about getting him back as Reed Richards. One of them includes the possibility of reintroducing him as the Maker, a variant of Reed Richards, who coincidentally has a very important role in a comics run titled Ultimate Comics Doomsday. For what it's worth, this is what I want. I want Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom and crackhead Pedro Pascal's Reed to be from the same universe that isn't our universe. I want them to be involved, and then I want Pedro Pascal to become the Maker, a real Reed Richards to be cast in our universe. The other people could say the same. I don't give a shit about them. But a different Reed Richards to be cast, because I think Pedro Pascal will play a villain significantly better than he'll play autistic's genius. Like it's not, they're not the same skill sets.
No, I think he would be I always went out and said this. I think that he would be a phenomenal. Can you picture Pedro Pascal as Doom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My God!
I want Robert Downey Jr.
That would have sent him to the net, like, bro. That would have put him on the pedestal of acting.
I actually would have been better if Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Reed in an alternate universe. Yeah. Like, and Pedro Pascal was Victor Von Doom. Yeah, I'd have been like, as it is now, I want that Reed to be bad, and I want Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom to show up in Doomsday, be the main bad guy for 99.4% of the movie.
Oh my gosh.
And at the last 0.6%, boom, Cillian Murphy, Dr. Doom from 616 shows up. Yeah. And then just goes, there can be only one Doom.
One Doom. Mm-hmm.
Also, if I hear, I'm going to be petty here. If I hear the phrase I or me out of Robert Downey Jr.'s mouth while he's playing Doom, I'm leaving the movie. Doom does not speak in absolutes, only unequal truths. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing Pedro Pascal as the smartest man in the universe. Yeah, I just... Bro, murderer? Absolutely. Badass? No fucking question. Brilliant scientist with a loving family? Impossible. Like,
No,
impossible.
No, I said it from the. I think I said it on this podcast. I said that. I think I said it on Twitter. I think I said it in another video on Keeping It Comic. I said, "Yo, this dude would be a perfect Doom.
Yeah,
he would be a perfect Doom.
Perfect.
Oh
Doom.
my gosh, he would be a phenomenal Doom.
He's also very familiar with playing a role that's 89% mask.
Yeah, yes. And here, here's the thing. I believe you're referring to the Mandalorian, but here's the thing. It almost feels like you're limiting him by asking him to play an autistic, smartest man in the world type of character. Doom has so much layers to him, and I feel like Reed Richards doesn't have enough for what Pedro Pascal could bring to the table, which is the reason why I've always been upset about that. The idea of why did you cast him as Reed Richards? Now, I am not going to tell you I'm on a different boat. I'm not going to tell you that he's not going to be able to play that role great, because I do think that Pedro Pascal has an insane amount of range.
He was the only watchable part of Wonder Woman 1984.
Fair. But
and it was truly only watchable because all the other scenes weren't lit.
Yeah.
Remember when she raped a guy?
Yeah, there was a lot of things that went on in that movie, bro.
Crazy. That movie was wild.
Like the cat woman, I forgot what her name is. It's actually a very simple name. You know me. I don't know DC lore. At some point in time, guys, on Keeping the Comic, we will start to cover more DC related comics. But right now, there's nothing interesting enough for me to cover on the channel. But and as Tony says, it probably never will be. Yeah. Yo, listen, absolutely. I'm Cecilia's 90. Love it. No, but here's the thing. There is absolute power right now that people are really into, and I'm like, I guess. No. But no, Pedro Pascal, I think, has an insane amount of range, and I feel like they almost limited him by bringing him in as Reed Richards, in my opinion. Now, if you brought him as the Maker, that's a fire casting as Reed Richards. Or even if you had said, here is Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards Doom, that might have been more interesting to me.
I don't care if in the future we get the problem with hitting the multiverse arc and audibling off Kang is there by audibling off Kang. Now, any future use of Kang is going to feel shitty.
Yes.
Regardless of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really. The idea of the multiverse never ends.
Mm-hmm.
It can't.
It should never end. It should never end. And the way that they're setting this up is that, like, oh yeah, after Secret Wars, it's kind of dumb, but like it really should never end the multiverse saga. If you're looking at it,
the multiverse saga can end, but the multiverse cannot.
If you're picking up what I'm saying, like, yeah, that part, that's the part I'm talking about. You can't end the multiverse.
You ended the Infinity Saga by destroying the Infinity Stones.
Yep.
Which probably are what causes this fucking problem.
Right.
Like, the idea of comics ad infinitum, like forever, is that every victory ever will come at a cost, and that cost is going to be a problem. And when you commit your next victory, a new cost will come. That is, and they've done that with the movies. Every single time. The Avengers were able to defeat Loki and take Thanos off. What's the cost? Well, here's the cost. Now, Thanos is fucking aware of you and is aware of what has to be done.
Yeah.
So he's preparing for a new contingent, which he was. And he's doubling his efforts to finish this, to not, like, just keep fucking around. Tony Stark became more militarized. Captain became more radical. Mm-hmm. And then we had Ultron, which furthered the divide, which ended up with the Avengers breaking up, which ended up with Infinity War.
Yep.
And that, like, and then Infinity War happened, and their breakup, all of the fuck-ups of the past, even though they won, cost them a big loss.
Yep.
And then, in the process of restoring,
right,
there is now a timeline that doesn't have a Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 616 adjacent universe because they've traveled back in time.
They travel back in time. They create
not multiverse.
Branch. Right.
Well, technically yes, but you know, traveled back in time. That Thanos from the past came to the future.
The future. Yep.
So that means that Thanos never snapped. Like, that means that the Infinity Stones still exist in that timeline and will forever. Yep. Comic lore, Infinity Stones only work in their universe.
Mm-hmm.
I think in MCU lore too, they set that up in Loki.
In MCU lore, I believe that exactly. In Loki, They mentioned that's the reason why the stones just looked like paperweights, because a lot of people got upset about that too. They were just like, "Oh, well, they just diminished the effect of Infinity Stones." I'm like, "Well, no, they didn't. In their individual universes, they are still powerful. It's just that the TVA is outside of time, so it's different."
Also, as we previously said many times, we don't have an Avengers.
No, we don't.
We don't. There are no Avengers. Here's the Avengers cast. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cap Sam.
And that's it.
It's not Shang-Chi. He's not on the team. Hulk's still there. Hulk's still an Avenger.
Shang-Chi is in recruitment.
He's talking.
Actually, no, he's not. Because technically it was only Hulk and Captain Marvel that talked to him, and they were only talking to him based on the
I'm not talking about
in whatever,
characters that could show up in the Avengers.
The
actual Avengers.
Yeah.
We knew who the Avengers were up to Civil War, and we even knew who the Avengers were after Civil War.
Because there was an Avengers.
There are no Avengers. There's Cap Sam, maybe.
Yep.
Doctor Strange ain't an Avenger. Never was an Avenger.
I'll probably argue the fact, bro, that Captain Sam is not even an Avenger right now.
Think of who signed the Sokovia Accords. Who's still there? Widow's dead. Wanda's dead. Vision is not Vision, but also is Vision. Somewhere. Rhodey's back. We don't know if Rhodey was there or not. That we don't know shit about Rhodey.
Yeah, Rhodey was a Skrull, probably. Right?
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know because that show sucked. Fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
They could have given us a line where Rhodey said, "Where's Tony?" And we would have known, oh shit, he was a Skrull since somewhere after Civil War. Because he was paralyzed. So he still was like somewhere, but we would have known.
My timer has gone off. I'll be right back.
Was that a real timer? Or I have to pee timer?
No, that's a real timer.
Oh, okay.
I'll literally be right back.
No, it's fine. I was just like, wait. Are we ending right now? We have shit to talk about. I don't know, like Rhodey's not in it. Cap's gone, so Cap Sam. Captain Marvel is, I don't know, not an Avenger. Thor is somewhere, maybe an Avenger. The Guardians aren't real anymore. They're gone. All of them, pretty much. Does anybody know who's the Thunderbolts are the Avengers because they're the Thunderbolts. So Bucky's not there. It said Star-Lord. Star-Lord. We still have Star-Lord. Goofy's gone again. God damn it, Goofy. Just Just, oh, my back is hurt from carrying this conversation. He's going to watch this. He's never going to watch this. I can say anything I want. Goofy's bald. Don't tell him. Oh, hey, there you are. Just been complete dead air since you left. I've just been silent the entire time.
I'm officially back. All right, cool.
No, we saw, Jay's right. Star-Lord will return, and he's on Earth, so Star-Lord's technically an Avenger still.
But was he though? He didn't get the knighting.
He assembled. He assembled.
Fine.
Ant-Man. So the Avengers are Hawkeye, Ant-Man, Cap, Sam, half of Star-Lord. There's no Guardians left.
Hulk is still around.
Yeah, exactly, Jay. We don't have, the next movie shouldn't even be called Avengers Doomsday. It should just be called Doomsday. They're not going to assemble the Avengers team in the new Cap movie.
They're not, bro. This is wild, bro. Think about this for a second. We have an Avengers 1, then with previous movies before that. Then we had movies in the interim, and then we had Age of Ultron. And then we had movies in between that, and then we had Infinity War. We haven't had anything to lead up to this. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe, like you said, we have no idea who the Avengers are. So then we're gonna get to Avengers Doomsday, and all of a sudden we're gonna be assembling the Avengers.
It can't. I don't like it being called Avengers because there are no Avengers. I just like, if it was just called Doomsday, I'd be like, if you're calling it Avengers because it's a crossover, I get it. Is Kamala Khan an Avenger? To double back on a thing we were talking about before, because I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
The reason I don't like Reed Richards is, and this is just a me thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay.
If you tell me, I love the character of Reed Richards, but I'm very big on, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's duck. If it has hooves and gallops, it's a horse. Could it be a zebra? Yes, but it's a horse. I'm thinking horse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do villain shit, if you act like a bad guy, and the only reason you're not a bad guy is because other people are preventing you from being a bad guy, you're a bad guy. Which is why I don't like Reed Richards, but I love The Maker. Because The Maker makes sense to me. It's a super brilliant person who he doesn't want to help anybody. He wants to discover. And with the people in his life, the family, he's able to kind of direct that positively. And without that, he becomes the Maker. It's the main reason why I hate Ironheart as a character. First of all, without a shadow of a doubt, if you were not told anything, and you were just said a character named Ironheart is showing up, is your immediate reaction, oh, that must be a good guy? Or is maybe having a heart, like a steel heart, something that kind of invokes uncaring?
My initial thought is because of the iron and comparing that to Iron Man, that this would be a good character.
Well, I'm not talking about within that information. If someone introduced themselves to you and said, I am Ironheart, Not Braveheart. Like Ironheart, Stoneheart. Like these are names that aren't like, oh, this is a loving person. These are names that are like, oh, this person is cold.
What I'm saying though is that it's hard to eliminate the idea that iron, the word iron, and then what follows that is not a good person. You understand what I mean? Where it's like,
yeah,
I am used to Iron Man being a good person. So therefore, if you tell me Ironheart, I'm immediately thinking.
And even then, Iron Man isn't a good person. He's a bad person doing the right thing.
Right. But
that's what he's always been.
Hero. I'm still thinking hero. You know what I mean?
If you ever read the early Ironheart comics, like
which I never have,
go back and read them just for you. Like the first run of Ironheart, she is a straight fucking villain. Nobody will fucking listen. Like she knows better than everybody. She's got an AI of Tony Stark trying to help her, and she's like, I know better. She does not care about. She's like, I'm gonna go save the day so everyone will recognize me. Like she's arrogant. Okay. She's selfish. She's self-absorbed. She doesn't care about what she does. Hey, Jer. She is a monster. Ironheart is a monster of a character. I will love the character, comic character. The movie character of Ironheart I actually fucking loved. Like they did her great. Way better than the comics did. If it's for you, Jerry. If Ironheart became a villain in the Marvel universe, I haven't fluffed Jerry in a couple of days, so he's probably just misses me. If Ironheart became a villain in the comics, I would be so big on her. I love that. I don't like when same thing with the John Cena thing I was mentioning before. Like, I don't like it when you say, hey, here's the good guy. You have to like them. I'm like, fuck you. No, I don't. If you say, hey, this is what this person does. Do you like them? I'll be like, yeah, they're a good guy. I don't care about Iron Man. I never have. I never will. He's a dog shit character. He always has been. He's the least interesting Avenger. He's the rich guy. Like, that's his thing. Mm-hmm. He's not
that's his point, though.
He's not even the smartest person in New York.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, Peter Parker is smarter than him.
That's kind of unfair, though. But okay.
Peter Parker is smarter than him.
Not in the MCU.
No, he still is.
No, I was gonna say that they kind of turned the corner on that one, though.
At 16 or something.
It's fine, Jerry. It's fine. I was just pointing out that you left me out.
He might not even be the smartest person in his building. You know, like in Stark Tower. Like, he's not the smartest person. He's not the richest person. He's very rich.
Good.
But he's not the richest. He's not even like... It's not even close.
He's rich.
He's got a lot of money. He's corporate America rich. He's not oil baron rich. You know, like... Peacemaker thought he was a good guy. He was just dumb. Yeah. Yeah. Peacemaker thinks he's a hero. He's going around shooting people in the fucking face. Like, yeah. Remember, he just loves justice, and it doesn't matter how many men, women, or children he has to kill to get it. No, he loves peace, and he doesn't. Yeah, that's right. It's way funnier than what I said. Like, he loves peace. He doesn't care how many men, women, and children he has to kill to get it. I mean, fucking best line.
We've already established that Peacemaker is a parody at this point.
Tony Stark's thing was he was an asshole that didn't know how to do good and did his best. Mm-hmm. And he paid the right people and helped the right people. That's why he's an Avenger. That's why the best Iron Man comic to this day will always be told as Demon in a Bottle, where he's coming over his alcoholism. No one's gonna remember that time Iron Man beat up MODOK for the 80th fucking time, because nobody cares. Ah, yes. Iron Man and his villains. AIM. Stark tech, but bad. Like, you know, like, what? Fuck you.
Actually, I mean, one of his earliest villains was
Mandarin.
The Mandarin. I was gonna say is the Mandarin. I was trying to figure out what the name of that.
And better yet, Bing Fang Fu. Iron Man sucks.
Yo,
Like, he's a shitty
he really
character.
Isn't that great of a character. He really isn't, bro. But I always think about it this way. Like, Iron Man is there to make Captain America look better.
Captain America sucks too until he was brought back in like the early 90s, because he was gone for like 40 years, because like, who the fuck wants to watch Captain America shit? Like, nobody. It was dog shit.
I mean, early Captain America comics were just
early Captain America comics were goofy. Like,
it's just weird, bro.
Yeah, like, and it's also like super jingoism. Like, it was McCarthyism probably was like, yeah, America. But after that, everyone's like, who gives a shit? Fuck this guy. The Star-Spangled Man.
The Bucky Barnes have red hair? Is that I'm trying to remember. It was
a redheaded fucking stepchild. Fuck Bucky.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, when they cast
those comics, bro.
The hottest man to play Bucky, I was like, oh, these guys are going way off fucking course. Bucky is just some fucking dweeb. Bucky looks like the kid from fucking Invincible.
Yeah, 100%.
Incredibles.
I still hate Bucky. That's fair, Jay. That's fair. Incredibly fair.
I'm not fighting you on that. Fuck Bucky.
But like, fair, bro.
But like, Bucky, man, like, fuck him.
Yeah.
The most interesting person in the Avengers was the Hulk, because every time you saw the Hulk, there was some new bullshit he had to deal with.
Yeah.
It was like, shit. What if the Hulk was smart but not as strong? That's not as good.
Yeah.
We know what the problem whenever we got smart Hulk was? It wasn't strong enough.
Wasn't strong in the end.
Needed to be stronger. That was his problem.
The problem that when we had Smart Hulk was that he was Mark Ruffalo. That was
great. Sign me up. Sign me up for Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo.
I'm still not.
Damn it.
He did the best. He was fine. I'm not going to say he was fine, but like,
I'm not going to say he was terrible. I'm just saying he was
I've recently rewatched The Incredible Hulk, and I was like, oh man, Edward Norton, you could have just chilled the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
Same thing with Terrence Howard, man. Like, think of what Terrence Howard would have been if he was just like, all right, hold up, fine. Terrence Howard would be able to fund his bad math.
Yeah, like it was fine. I saw a meme this week. Don Cheadle was fine. I'm just saying that, like,
Don Cheadle's great. I love Don Cheadle.
Terrence, I love him too. I was just like, Terrence Howard, this was stupid. This was an easy job. Like,
you ain't gonna pay me as much? You're right. That is kind of, and don't get me wrong, I'm forced to, but like, hindsight's 2020, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, fuck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Shit.
I mean, this man. I wonder how much has Don Cheadle probably made in the MCU. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but he's probably
how much has he done?
He's been fine.
Eric, I don't think that Hulk movie was terrible. I just thought it was stupid. The Eric Bana Hulk movie.
A good Bruce. I don't remember that movie, so I can't really comment on that.
You ain't missing much.
They lost me at the dogs.
The Hulk dogs? Yeah, they kind of gave up there.
That's where I checked out, bro.
The original Hulk video game, though, super awesome for PlayStation 1 or 2. I don't remember. Okay. But the Eric Bana Hulk video game was fucking great. Those dogs fucked you up.
I can imagine.
I don't think they're splitting Secret Wars. Okay. Hello, Alex. Hope all is well. Great. Will there be characters grouped together in Avengers Doomsday like Infinity War with the Fantastic Four team? Peter Parker led the Spider-Verse team. Sam Bucky led featuring characters from Brave New World. He's asking, okay, and so on. That's quite a pairing, too many if you ask me, but I see what you're going with. And the original plan for Kang Dynasty, you would have seen different groups. So they actually leaked with the original. There's no verification on this, but they leaked what the original plan for Kang Dynasty was, and that there was no Avengers. It was there was like there were the 3 Peter Parkers, there was Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, and then there was like 3 or 4 other older characters, and they were the movie, and they were fighting Kangs in their universes.
Huh, okay.
And they failed in stopping their Kangs, which led to the massive incursion that created Battleworld. That was the original plan for those movies, and I was like,
I would have been okay with that plot. It's okay. I mean, it's not
interesting.
It's like it depends on how you actually depict that on screen. The plot itself sounds fine.
Which Guardians of the Galaxy characters will be appearing? I really don't know. I think Rocket and his Guardians have a fair shot, but I'm not 100% sure. There was one particular rumor about Star-Lord forming the Annihilators, but I don't know if that's something they're planning. No, because he can't form the Annihilators because Annihilus isn't here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch the new Agatha trailer? No, I'll check it out in a sec, though. Black Panther. What's the next Wakanda in the MCU? Is there anything you can offer about a third Wakanda film? Wakanda is being ruled by M'Baku and is under Jabari law. I don't know if the plan is to antagonize him and make him a villain, but the idea is to have T'Challa 2 challenge M'Baku. So, just make sure I got this. The
6-year-old,
3-year-old, the 3-year-old, 4-year-old is going to age 15 years? Challenge M'Baku, win, and the storyline possibilities that could stem from that would be amazing if done right. No, don't do another Wakanda movie until after. Don't do another Wakanda movie until after, so you can recast fucking T'Challa.
Oh my gosh, what are we
Any
doing?
word on Blade? It's in a limbo state. Yeah, of course it's in a limbo state. We're never gonna see it. Is Blade dead? No, it's in a weird limbo state. Hey, Alex, any details on Blade? Nothing yet. I understand the story they're working on is near close to completion. Near close to completion. Not near completion. It's almost done.
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
What if in the Fantastic Four movie they try to do Nihilus in one movie? No. They won't. They can't. Galactus is going to be... They've already confirmed that Galactus isn't a planet eater. He's a universe eater. And he's the incursion. Like, when the incursion happens, it's Galactus eating either the universe he's currently in, the universe that's connected to it, or both. And then he just fucks off to the next universe. You know what would be really fucking funny? I just thought of this right now. What if Elias becomes Galactus, and it's a meme because he was a cloud. He was a cloud.
Oh, in the previous movie? Oh, stop, bro. Stop.
I would be angry happy. I would be like,
that's what you know.
And then Galactus just
anymore.
goes like, do you think I'm just a cloud? No, that was just a part of me I sent out to...
Oh my gosh. Oh, bro.
I would fucking die.
Oh, they tried to do Annihilus in one movie? No, Jay. No.
Yeah, we're just like...
We already rushed Doom into it. Now we're going to rush Annihilus in? No, stop.
I would argue we have to. The decision to not address the entire upcoming slate of Marvel movies and shows stems from the idea to have audiences focus more on the immediate upcoming releases rather than focus too far ahead in the future. Really? Because...
Oh my gosh. What? I don't want you to continue to read this dialogue anymore. It's just going to get me upset.
Outside of
more.
Mahershala Ali.
But also continuing to read.
Think of him as the Nick Fury of the supernatural part of the MCU. I'm not thinking of Blade as anything because that movie's not coming out.
Also, if that's what we're doing, like that should not be what Blade is, but okay.
Any chance that the supernatural Midnight Suns appear in Avengers 5 and 6? Very unlikely, since those stories are detached from the MCU. Okay. Marvel is trying to improve and make changes. Star Wars is going full steam ahead. Marvel has understood that they were making bad decisions and losing money. So they're like, let's course correct and make good decisions, or at least try to make good decisions and make money.
That's fair.
Yeah, Star Wars is reminding everybody that Star Wars fans are ists and phobes, and everything we do is good, and if you don't like it, it's your fault. And as nobody is buying Star Wars shit anymore, as nobody cares, as the only things that are selling from Star Wars are from third parties people like Theory Sabers and like old video games like KOTOR. I have no idea what Skeleton Crew is. That's how fucking That's how little I care about Star Wars. Is Captain America Brave New World being a Winter Soldier clone a really bad thing? I wouldn't mind it being a Winter Soldier clone if done right. Don't get me wrong, I personally like the storytelling they're presenting in Captain America Brave New World. It's a political thriller with President Ross' assassination attempt and trying Sam to uncover the mystery. Yeah, it should be like Winter Soldier. That was their best movie. That's what those movies should be like. All Captain America movies should be like political fucking suspense movies.
I'm fair with that.
All Thor movies should be giant space monsters. Like, you can consider Sam one of the leaders for the Avengers. Is there a chance of a third Captain Marvel movie? No plans currently exist for a third. Why would you ask that question? It's like you haven't seen the previous two. Will Phyla Vell's storyline ever cross over with Carol Danvers? No clue. That's a good question, though.
Okay. Yeah.
When are we seeing Monica Rambeau again? Avengers film. Hope you're feeling better. Will Sword return? Yeah, Sword will return. Daredevil Born Again questions. Oh, did you hear they got the guy who played Daredevil back? Oh, not Daredevil. Bullseye.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did hear that.
There's nothing really of note here. Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie's already out. Dr. Doom and Robert Downey Jr. Is RDJ's Doom really Doom? Robert Downey Jr. is playing a variant of Dr. Doom, i.e. not the one set on Earth 616. Whether this variant is Victor Von Doom or Tony Stark, there's still way too much debate. There can't be. He was introduced as Victor Von Doom, not as Dr. Doom. So he is not playing a Tony Stark variant. If he is playing a Tony Stark variant, I'm not going to watch that movie in theaters. I'm just not. Fuck you for ruining Doom. And if I watch it and it curves, then I'll go see it in theaters. Trade say Victor because of what the Russo said. The truth is we won't know until much later. Will Doom's role be similar to what was originally planned for Kang, in the sense that he'll have an antagonistic presence, but I think it'll be far bigger than what was originally planned for Kang. How will Dr. Doom get enough power to possibly fight Loki and be... That's a stupid fucking question.
Okay.
Loki's stuck in a fucking chair.
Well, and Loki is getting weaker and weaker by the moment, by the way.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if Dr. Doom is a variant of Tony Stark, I will not pay for this movie. Like, period. And I know for a fact I'm not the only one. Like, we're not doing a third shitty Doom. Like, unless it's a setup for a real Doom, I'm not doing a variant of Tony Stark. anyone who says that there's a comic relevance is wrong. You're just wrong. Like, there's no comic relevance. There's a what if story. Fuck. It's just not. Victor Von Doom is not Tony Stark. Cannot be Tony Stark. Like,
I still like where this is going, but okay.
But again, that's the problem with casting Robert Downey Jr. There's these questions. These are not exciting. There's no Colton Ogburn on Screen Crush was like, no, what if it's a variant of Tony Stark that went a little different way because of the choices? I'm like, that would be great for a story after you introduce a Doctor Doom. That'd be phenomenal to see a story about a version of Tony Stark becoming Doctor Doom instead of Doctor Doom becoming Doctor Doom. That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah. The first iteration.
That's not the way you introduce.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because the first iteration. And
to
how
go back to last week and piss off Tony's Infamous Iron Man, if you want to believe that Infamous Iron Man is a story about Tony Stark becoming Doctor Doom, you're welcome to not read.
And this was always my frustration is with Infinity War. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna sit up for this one. Mic has been fixed. I'm about to make a name for myself today. All right, so listen. In Infinity War, we had a freaking build up to Thanos from the first Avengers movie.
I'm cutting some cheese. What's up, babe?
To other Avengers movies, to movies to all the Infinity Stones. We have not had a build up to Doom. We have not had a build up to Doom. Everything has been built up to Kang the Conqueror, and you decided to course correct, which is another reason why I am questioning their decision making. I understand that they're trying to course correct, but you could have just recasted Kang.
Kang was defeated. No, they couldn't have. Kang wasn't defeated by ants. You know what's funny? If Kang was beaten by ants, that would have been better. He was beaten by fucking Ant-Man.
Well, here's the thing, though. You could have
Did you see Jonathan Major's arms?
I saw them.
In Quantumania. His arm was bigger than Ant-Man's head. Ant-Man beat him in a fist fight? Fuck you.
Well, he was also preparing for the Creed movie at that time, so that's probably why he was so damn jacked. But my point is this: you could have found a way to say, okay, that was the weakest variant of Kang, and blah 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 blah, and you come in and you bring in big bad big balls Kang, right? You could have made that work. You could have recast the Kang, and you could have gotten that ship corrected, and you could have continued the multiverse saga. Everybody who was like, oh, yo, you know what? He got defeated by ants, and he's not that good. You could have showed another variant of him, the actual variant that everybody should be afraid. You could have showed that version of Kang, and everybody would have been like, "Oh, okay. Oh, so he really is that powerful." And you could have expunged that story because everybody also admitted that even Quantumania, the movie itself, was hot garbage. So you could have course corrected and gone that direction. But at least my point is this. At least you already had a build-up for that. You had no build-up for Doctor Doom whatsoever. So now the first time that we see Doctor Doom is in the first Avengers movie since 2019?
No, there's no way. No, we're seeing him in Fantastic Four.
Fine. But is Fantastic Four movies that good enough to really kind of give him a build-up for any sort of like some significance to that movie? It doesn't make any sense to me. At least here's the thing. We had two Avengers movies before we saw Thanos. Two. And then they brought us on this whole storyline.
Oh, we saw Thanos a lot. We saw him in Guardians.
We saw him in Guardians. We saw him in he was implied in the first Avengers movie. There was Thor kind of not necessarily, but there were hints of him dropped consistently. So when he showed up, you were like,
fuck Thanos.
Everything has been built up to this. There's been
we knew the Infinity Stones. They introduced us to the Infinity Stones, and I still think they rushed the Soul Stone a little bit. But like we found the arc was called the Infinity Saga, not the Thanos Saga.
Right.
This arc is called the Multiverse Saga, where we've kind of set up multiverse shit, but like there's more working against Doom right now than for it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I once again, I just think that Doom is such a great character who was, I guess he's a villain, but he's not a super villain. Doom is in that like limbo moment. He's more morally ambiguous, whatever. Either way, like Doom is Doom. There's been no build-up for Doom, and they're basically kind of bringing him in as a super villain by bringing him in as the big bad for this. Is it still the Multiverse Saga? I guess it's the Multiverse Saga. It feels very rushed. We haven't had enough of a proper build-up. We haven't seen little sort of like, not like Easter eggs or little moments of, oh, here's Doom that could potentially come in a little bit later. We haven't seen anything like that. And Doom wants power, but like power from what?
Doom doesn't want power.
But
Doom wants control.
But to that point though, he said Doom wants power. But power of what? What exactly does he want the power of?
He just wants control. Latveria in the comics is a utopia.
Mm-hmm.
It is not what a democratic country. Fuck you, Dossier. Fuck you. I know what's coming.
You jerk.
Fuck you. See this now. We have the chat on here. Some people watching this can be like, oh. Doom wants control. Doom wanted to free his mother from Mephisto.
Mm.
Doom wanted to free his country. He did. Now Latveria is a true utopia. The downside of Latveria being a true utopia is it is an absolute monarchy, which means you are welcome. Latverian citizens are welcome to enjoy 100% of the wonderful life of having nothing provided. Doom caught Galactus, trapped him in a mountain, and used him as a battery. He didn't need the energy. He did it because he could. Doom does not care about power. He has it. He is a magic sorcerer wizard with a gun.
Mystic scientist.
He is the sorcerer supreme in waiting. The second Steve steps out of line, Doom takes over.
Well, technically, he is the sorcerer supreme right now, but in the comics.
Yes, because he is actually. I read that, right? Yeah. No, he currently is the sorcerer supreme. And you know what he's doing? Great shit. Doom's awesome. Fucking love him. Doom, every time Doom gets power, everything gets real fucking chill.
Yeah.
Except that one tiny thing.
Which is always what?
Free will. He does not. You cannot also have what you want and also fuck Reed Richards. Because he's petty, man. When he creates Battle World, when he, like in the 2015 Secret Wars run, everyone is happy.
Right before time runs out.
Right after time runs out.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody was happy, except the people who remember what the world is like before Doom.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we had other shit. But it's not like they're not slaves. Yeah. Dude, every Thor is part of the police force. The Thor Corps. Mm-hmm. All of the bad guys live outside the fence. Like every shitty person is just separate. Like it's not bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about power. He only cares about getting power so he can have control.
Oh, yeah.
When Robert Downey Jr. came up and said new mask, same task, it was the first thing that I was like, okay, he kind of gets it. Like he gets it. Yeah. Doom is just, I'm going to save the world, whether it likes it or not. Like, you don't have, why would you need to vote? Why would you need to have a say in how the world is run? Mm-hmm. Live your life. You will not be sick. You will not be hungry. You will provide. You will work to your benefits. You will create or art or do whatever. And I will do away with all of the, it's not capital. He's not capitalist at all. He's like a socialist. He's Marx. He's just like, no, don't worry about it. What do you need? Okay, I'll give you that. It's free energy. Everybody has free energy.
It's that
food?
Free will part, man.
Would you like to? I can have the robots farm, but if you'd like to farm, you're welcome to. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to travel? You're welcome to travel. Latverian passports work. You'd like to leave Latveria? No.
That's the part.
You'd like to visit Latveria? No.
That's the part. That's the part.
You're not welcome here. You might come up and think North Korea, but if everyone in North Korea was actually happy. And also, nobody could be hurt. Like, there was they didn't need an army because Doom is just like, don't worry about it. I got these robots. It's fine. We're fine. Yeah. And then they're like, it's so hard when you read a comic where Doom takes over and you're like, wait, no one's sick anymore? He's cured cancer? And then pettiness. He's like, well, if you try to overthrow me, I'll just take away the cure for cancer.
Yep.
And they're like, well, that's not right. He's like, I fixed everything, you fucks.
Yeah.
But again, he's like one name call away from snapping and burning people. Mm-hmm. Like, he's crazy.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's freaking ballistic.
Alex, do you believe Doctor Doom will be a recurring presence in the MCU after Secret Wars? I can confirm they had plans for Doom post-Secret Wars before he was confirmed to be appearing in Doomsday. It's very likely those stories and planned will continue to be used. One of those even include the possibility of a spin-off project in a far distant future, but it's because Doom is currently on a similar playing field to Loki in the sense that he is beloved by fans. Motherfucker. Loki is beloved by MCU fans. Yeah. Doctor Doom is beloved by everyone.
By everyone, yeah.
He is the best. Purple Man. If you're unfamiliar who Purple Man is, he's power. What?
Watch Jessica Jones.
Yeah, watch Jessica Jones. Purple Man's power is he gives off a pheromone that's basically mind control. Purple Man walked up to Doom and told Doom to do something, and Doom was like, no. And Purple Man's like, no, I told you to do this. He's like, you don't tell Doom what to do. And he's just like, fuck me, I guess. It's the only thing I do, and it doesn't work because Doom's will is so strong that he cannot be told to do something he doesn't want to do. If Purple Man came out and was like, kill Reed Richards, he'd be like, great idea. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Actually, no, he'd probably be like, no, now that you've told me to, I don't want to. I'm petty. Fuck you. Like, and every time you kill Doom, every single time you defeat him, it was a fucking robot.
Yep.
Because he has robots that believe they're Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and have the powers of Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom, yep.
Like, you... A year and a half? That's how much time they're gonna set up Doctor Doom.
Yep.
Pro Man tried to do that Kingpin. Kingpin's just too fat. You can't convince a fat man to do something they don't want to do. I don't see Doom. Okay. Hey, Alex. Cillian Murphy Doom. Fucking perfect. Doctor Strange 3 is going to be pre-Secret Wars film. I'm not entirely sure. A lot of ideas. Dude, they haven't even have a script on that. Fuck you. I don't want to talk about that. Eternals. We don't have to talk about this. Fantastic Four. I hope you're fine and well. Will Marvel Games release Ultimate Alliance and the X-Men Legends back on Steam? I have no idea, but I have to look at it because I love those games. Joke's on you. I own those games on Steam, and they can't take it away from me. You can't buy them on Steam, but if you own them on Steam, Steam has to be able to provide you to download it. So I can play with the 400 people that also have it on Steam. Also, let me be clear, everybody. Pirate it! They're PlayStation 2 games. You get a PS2 emulator for free. You can download those games for free. Have fucking fun. If Galactus is the only one in the multiverse, are those other Galactuses just him traveling from one place to another? Or is it like Darkseid with Final Crisis? So I spoke out of turn when I was discussing Galactus in the podcast and referred to him as the only being in the multiverse. I take full blame for that and want to say right now it was wrong. I was course corrected by my source after the podcast, and they explained that he's not the only Galactus in the multiverse, but rather he emerged from another universe. So I highly okay, I'm not doing that. Are there so many... Oh, so he's not? Okay, cool. There's so many productions to expand the multiverse saga, like Spider-Man 4, Blade, never happening, Young Avengers, DS3. How are they going to do it in less than 2 or 3 years? Guess we'll have to see. Oh, that's real. Thanks.
Yeah.
Super confident, man. It's like when your doctor says, yeah, no, it'll be fine. Recently, the Insider M3 apparently leaked some parts of the script of Fantastic Four, and he said Galactus would not be defeated in this film. This rumor is true. Could Galactus be one of the villains along Doctor Doom? I've only heard Galactus will be dealt with in Fantastic Four. Well, yeah, but the first time they ever met Galactus, he was beaten with an ultimate nullifier, which was just like, hey, leave or we'll kill you. And he was like, all right, bye. Like, there was credence to the rumor of Galactus not being defeated by heroes. However, Galactus' story, at least for this universe, will end there, although sacrifices will have to be made. Man, my only hope is that Doom is the one who's like...
Yeah, I mean, highly possible.
I'm worried about Herbie not being confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. Well, thanks for wasting your one and only question on whether the robot will be there. The robot that showed up in a cartoon because they were like, kids like robots.
Yeah.
Hulk. Marvel wants the Avengers and the X-Men to face off before the multiverse saga ends, and they really want Wolverine and Hulk to have their fight scene moment.
Okay.
The next saga is the mutant saga from all reports. For whatever that's worth. Will Hulk Bruce, yes, in the Avengers movies. Next appearance and store for Bruce Banner and Scar. Avenger, maybe Cap 4. Definitely Avengers for Bruce. Scar, no clue. Never again. Never to be seen again. The next saga was the reboot saga? Yeah, that's why it's called the Mutant Saga. It's going to be the same thing, except with mutants.
Yep.
What do you think is their best way, Hulk, once again, to become the pillar of Marvel? I would adapt a World War Hulk project where Banner would face off against Thunderbolt Ross and the U.S. government for creating artificial serum.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. I heard you talking about multiverse master of evil, and I've now heard quite a few rumors in the possibility of adapting Maestro in live action. Since now Doom is the villain of the Avengers, I said now it's possible that Maestro could play a major role in the Avengers films. I made a theory a while back that World War Hulk being set in Battle World where Maestro is the villain. I'd definitely say it's plausible. Will the leader, Red Hulk and Betty Ross, only be there for Cap 4? One of them will have their story end in Captain America. The other two have potential for moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Betty Ross is the one. Whose story will end there on the grounds that I don't care if Liv Tyler does. But also, realistically, it's probably leader because, like, fuck, who cares? I'd rather see a red She-Hulk, Betty Ross, than a return of the leader, even though I love the actor who plays him. And that's it. That's that Q&A with Alex from Marvel. Blade not listed among Marvel's 2025 releases in Bob Iger's Q3 fiscal year 24 earnings statement. Yeah, well, why would it be? It's not coming out ever. Ironheart and Agatha will get trailers at D23. Is there an Agatha trailer yet? No.
Messing up everything.
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No.
I'm
assembling a coven.
We gotta get back
On top. I'm gonna walk the road.
Join.
Darkest hour, wake thy power.
I love Catherine Hahn. I love Catherine Hahn so much that the reason I'm going to watch this show is because Catherine Hahn is in it.
The Witch's Road will give you the thing you want most. If you make it to the end.
The road is a death wish.
Heard you guys were having a party.
I'm also not going to lie, Aubrey Plazas. I proposed to her 4 years ago. She just hasn't gotten back to me.
What's up? Hey. Shall we?
It will test us. And our knowledge
Fucking Elphaba? Fuck we doing here?
of the craft.
We don't even know what we're up against.
Our worst nightmares.
How do we pass this trial without any power?
We survive, like witches have been doing for centuries.
What happens next?
I'm getting real Wizard of Oz vibes. Anyone else? For a lot of reasons. Just... No? Alright.
I just need these witches to get me to the end.
The bodies are really piling up.
Why do you let them believe those things about you?
Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize!
Time to finish the road. Last one there is a nice person.
Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
Damn it, I missed it.
Oh. Nothing crazy. It's just real fucking Wizard of Oz vibes.
Oh, okay.
Not even Wizard of Oz. Wicked. Like the musical Wizard of Oz vibes.
Nice.
And Aubrey Plaza looking hot.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on with this movie or show. But like I said, because I don't care, I care. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, there's no way this could ever matter. I'm like, I'm here for the fucking beer and the bitches. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Let's fucking...
Yeah, that's it.
Let's believe in ourselves. Daredevil and Ironheart are getting trailers.
Okay.
I was assuming Marvel decided to save movie news for SDCC and show news for D23. That makes a lot more sense because, like, SDCC is wider range, so, like, more people might catch interest, and nobody gives a fuck about TV shows. I keep forgetting about Ironheart since it was filmed almost 3 years ago. Yeah. I'm literally tweaking. I need this Daredevil trailer. That's correct. I agree. My blood pressure is very high. I'm guessing December for the Thunderbolts trailer? Yeah, maybe. Now the question is, other than Agatha, which ones will be made available? Daredevil next, since that's the next live-action show. Ironheart will be a D23 exclusive since it's not coming out until next year. Does anyone even care about Ironheart? No, not really. Eyes of Wakanda. Eyes of Wakanda is supposed to be this year, but, like, fuck, who knows? But hey. Eyes of Wakanda animation is more like this than What If, especially the faces. Yeah, that's fine. I could give a shit. Blade not listed. Yeah, I don't care. Anything else crazy? Daniel is claiming the animated project that Marvel spent almost $20 million to make is Eyes of Wakanda. I don't think that $20 million for a show is insane. Maybe for an animated show that's a little high, but you're not paying for the animation, you're paying for voice acting and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But for a TV show on your streaming platform, I don't 20 million is reasonable, I think. I think 180 million is ridiculous. I think for $180 million dollars, you could just make a fucking movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to spend $180 million on something, you're not getting your return on investment. If TV show, I've said this a million times, you have to produce something to keep people wanting to watch, which is why Netflix pumps out god amounts of bullshit every fucking month.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if you're like, oh, fuck, like, even if only one thing Netflix makes is interesting, people are still going to be like, oh, fuck, this is on. I'll watch this. You know?
Right.
Like Rebel Moon. How many people saw Rebel Moon? That sucked. It was awful. I fucking hated it. And they just released a director's cut of it. And I'm like, but it's the same director. And it was done on streaming. Like, why did he cut anything? It was for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
How is there a director's cut of a movie that the director made? Or Amazon can make Lord of the Ring prequels with $1 billion. Yeah, how are those doing for them? I'm pretty sure Amazon making the Lord of the Rings is nothing to do with making money. I think it's just a pet project of like I don't know if you know this, but Bezos was such a fan of The Expanse that when it was canceled, he was like, no. And they're like, no, it's canceled. We're not making it anymore. He's like, no. You're going to make it on Amazon Prime. They're like, what's Amazon Prime? He's like, oh, it's a thing we were doing to show movies like Netflix for anyone who's an Amazon Prime subscriber. We're going to release our own stuff. They're like, what? But that's... Why would you... He's like, because I really want you to keep making The Expanse. I like it. He literally saved that fucking franchise. It was 1.5 seasons before it was canceled, and he's like, it's not canceled. We're doing it.
for him.
So like when you're that rich, yeah. You guys watch Batman the Cape Crusader? So I saw it came out and I was confused. I was going to watch it. But it's Batman on Amazon, which is weird because Max exists and all of their shit is dope. The Max, right now I'm watching the Kite Man run. The Kite Man standalone show, spin-off of Harley Quinn show, both of which phenomenal. So I haven't watched the Cape Crusader, but also I've heard nothing about it. Let me go to our favorite website real quick.
I don't know.
Oh, let's go to Borderlands real quick. If you like Borderlands, or if you don't like Borderlands, don't watch this movie. It is truly awful. The critic review is 9, which usually I'd be like, I don't really care, right? Because fuck the critics. The audience score is 49.
Oof.
So the difference between these two is still dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is bad. Okay. Wow, that's... I mean, again, that's... Why is it only 56? BTS set in the 1940s? Oh, BTS. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Oh, this is the one with Chick Penguin? Okay.
Is that her name, Chick Penguin?
No, she's the penguin, but a chick.
Okay.
Okay. Not a particular change that I give any amounts of fucks about. Wait, you got Diedrich Bader and he's not Batman? Diedrich Bader's the new voice of Batman. They did some race and gender swaps? Yeah, alright. Fuck, whatever. Yay, Jamie Chung is Harley Quinn. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's why the audience review is so low.
Oh.
Hold on, let's just take a quick minute and look at Jamie Chung.
That's fair.
Sure. That's it. That's it. Goof.
Yeah.
I'm out. What do you got?
No, that's it for me. Venom War, comics wise, is very nice. I'm excited.
Penguin is a short, fat person. I don't care about the gender. That's fair. Could be God's honest truth. Nothing about. I don't care if the penguin has a dick. Like is a dude without a dick. Like I don't care.
All these specific. Okay, all right.
No, like penguin is just short, fat. If you made penguin tall and buff, but also I don't give a fuck about the penguin.
That's fair.
Like Batman's 7th least interesting villain. I think you gotta make a dude Poison Ivy, though.
Why, just for funsies?
No, just Henry Cavill Poison Ivy. Just like the hottest guy.
Mhm.
Just the absolute hottest guy. Just
Fair.
Yeah, I don't. There's some. I don't care if they race or gender swap pretty much anybody for anything, as long as their race or gender isn't incredibly important to who they are. And there are so many characters where their race and their gender are very important to who they are. Peter Parker can't be anything but a white dude. That much bad shit can't happen to anyone who's not white and have the same effect.
Oh boy.
It can't. It's got to be like the only way it's like the only way you're like this fucking guy can't catch a break is if he's just some poor white schmuck. Like otherwise it's just mean. Oh. Like Spider-Man could be anything, but Peter Parker, no.
All right, that's it. I got nothing personally. Slow week.
Yeah, I'm out.
Slow week.
I'm out. Well, D23 is going on now, so we'll get some more stuff
Currently.
over the weekend.
Yeah.
But not much going on in terms of Marvel stuff. Star Wars is dead and dying. Goofy is got some stuff to do.
Sleep, probably not, but other things, yeah.
I'm going to sleep. Not now, but real soon. And I just pulled a new character in Zenless Zone Zero that I'm going to play with before I pass out.
It's fair.
I love Zenless. Play Zenless Zone Zero. We're not sponsored yet.
No, we could have been though, based on the amount of followers that we have on Kick.
Yeah, of course. Single-handedly, Kick's carrying us through this.
Oh man.
We'll call it now. Have a good night, everybody. Don't watch Borderlands. Apparently, you could try Cape Crusader on Amazon. I'm gonna go play Snap. People still play Snap? That's crazy to me.
That's insane. Yeah, that's really insane. All right.
Also, I thought you could only play Snap while taking a shit. I thought that was the rule.
That's usually the best time to play it.
Like I have 3 minutes to kill, or 30 minutes to get 3 games in.
Yeah.
Because I ate a lot of red meat. All right, we're done. Good night, everybody.
Night. Bye, y'all.